Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so excited. I have been dying to use my Tupperware Jello mold for ever. And I decided today's the day. I'm just going to do it. And thankfully, I am married to like the coolest husband ever who will let me make, instead of a dessert, like a savory one. So I have been looking all over for Jello mold recipes. Don't worry, it's not one of the ones with hot dogs or what was that? SpaghettiOs. I was like, or like weird noodles and vegetables. I'm sure they're great, and who knows? Down the road, I might do one for that. But today we are doing a tuna mold because I love tuna and I pretty much had everything. So we are going to get started. I've done some of the prep work already just to sort of speed things up along. Yes, so you are going to need 2 cans of 5-ounce tunas. I happen to have the Costco ones, so they're like 7, so I'm just going to leave a little out. 1 8-ounce brick of cream cheese, a can of tomato soup. Right, I know. I almost did one called tomato aspic. Last minute, changed my mind. 2 packages of unflavored gelatin, a cup of mayonnaise, a medium onion we're going to finely chop. Hello, Annabelle. It says I decided to use, instead of a bell pepper, sweet peppers because it's what I had and we sort of prefer them. I'm leaving the celery out, but I'm going to use pickle instead. And 2-ounce jar of drained, chopped, or diced pimentos, a cup of chopped pecans, half a cup of water, and then some pepper, garlic powder, salt. So, okay, she's going to do that to you.
And I want to tell my mom, what are you doing, Mom?
We are making a tuna mold. How exciting.
Can I help you, Mom?
You're adorable. All right. So, first off, we're going to take our soup. Good old Campbell's here. Can't leave any in. Grandmas teach you better. And since this is a old-fashioned grandma era recipe, gotta do things like she would. Minus the hand chopping, of course. Your water. And your gelatin needs to be mixed up completely. I knew this stuff was handy to keep around. All right, so we're just gonna stir, stir, stir. Don't want any lumps. Come on, dissolve, little buddy. Let's see if I got a whisk in this drawer. Sometimes, oh, no. All right. So, I don't know why. I love old-fashioned, crazy, the better recipes. You never know what it's going to be like. Some have been winners, some not so much, and then we sort of don't make that recipe again and laugh about it. All right, we've got this all combined, looking great. Then we are going to take, that was from dishing up my cup of mayonnaise, your block of cream cheese. Plop that down in to your pan. The reason I had this, your tomato soup. And then I'm just gonna hop over to the stove and heat this up so that the cream cheese is melted. You want your cream cheese to be softened. You don't want it cold from your ice box or your fridge, whatever you want to call it. Should have used the bigger spatula. Trying to save dishes. So excited for this because I was reading how they used to either eat it with sandwiches or crackers as like a appetizer, and we happened to be taking a girls/kids, because we each have a boy, trip to the mountains this weekend on Sunday, my best friend and I. So we are going to pack a lunch, have a great day. And I've been craving a tuna sandwich, which is what inspired me to pick the tuna one. And if this turns out delicious, I might be packing this on sandwiches. So I'm going to heat this and then be right back. Okay, we have our melted cream cheese and tomato soup. I cannot believe actually how quickly that all came together. We have our, I'm going to drain a little more extra liquid off that. Pimentos. We've got our already finely diced onion and peppers. Our 1 cup of mayonnaise. Actually, take this out. I know, mayonnaise, right? It kills me. And I'm going to take most of that. I'm just going to leave a little because my cans were a little bit bigger. I'm going to mix this up just so I can get a feel for it. And then, because I am doing this just a hair different than the original instructions I found, and I looked at a lot of the tuna ones, because I don't like celery, crunchy, it's a texture thing. Lovage kind of has a celery sort of flavor in it. So I'm just going to use a pinch of that. My aunt grows it and then brings me herbs.
What you making, Mom?
We're making a tuna mold.
Can I make it just for a little?
And then we're going to salt it.
Just for a little.
It doesn't give any measurements on any of them I read for this. They're like a smidge, a dash.
Just for a little, Mom. Just for a little.
Oh, I forgot to drain this, so I will be right back with my pickle drain. Well, I decided just to squeeze some of the juice out because it's not too watery. Oh, yeah. Because who doesn't love pickles? I always put just regular dill pickle relish in my tuna. I did it once without it, and my daughter was like, there's something wrong. So, I'm going to mix all of this up. See what we got going on for a flavor profile. We've already added the garlic powder, and since I'm not putting this back in, let's try with this. Oh, wow. That's actually super good. Then you are going to add your warm soup to the mix. So here we go. Look at that. It's amazing. Got this like thing about ruining your pans. So I try to keep it to plastic or wood in these nonstick ones. All of that Teflon nonstick stuff is probably terrible for you, more than they say it is. we're going to mix this up. You want to make sure, by the way, when you're doing the tuna, the reason you see it in my little mini KitchenAid chopper is because you want it to be chopped kind of fine. So it's almost more like if you would have left the gelatin out, it would have been a spread. This is gonna, be kind of gelled a bit because of the 2 packets of gelatin though. So, and then for the best part, also because I'm feeling pretty fancy and it's just my family eating this, I would, if people were coming, get a different spoon. But I am gonna smear a little of this on the bottom just for hopefully a pretty presentation when it comes out. There's like, tablespoon and a half. It's not, just barely. So, all right, let's do this. I'm super excited. Now it doesn't matter so much. It'll even itself out. Wow. I didn't realize that would make this so full. Sweet. Wow. It's kind of like a, peachy salmon spread color. I was not expecting it to be quite so light. I'm going to do this just so in case there's any air bubbles. And then we are going to cover this and refrigerate it till it's set. A bunch of the recipes said like 4.5 hours. Some said to even let it sit overnight. I just want to make sure the air is out of this. So I'm going to check it at the 4.5 mark just for fun to see what it looks like. And if it's not, I'll just slap the lid back on and check it in the morning and come with an update. So stay tuned for a little time lapse. Oh man, I had to pull it back out of the fridge. What a cotton-headed ninny muggins I am. I watch way too much kids TV. We forgot the pecans. You can also use walnuts, but my kids don't like the bitterness walnuts add. So I'm just gonna mix them in really gently with a spoon or a knife or something. And there is a cup of chopped pecans. Who knows? Maybe I'll just leave it like this. Nah, I'll mix it. Let's be fancy. So, I'm so glad I remembered when I went to start to clean up. I was like, no! What are you doing? That's one thing about my videos, guys. You get to see all my mistakes as I go. I even post the ones that don't quite turn out the way because I think those sometimes are funner to watch and to learn with. And you get to learn from my mistakes, which is always, kind of a bonus. So hopefully it doesn't disturb the pretty little relish circle I made on the bottom. Okay, this looks good. Oh boy, I'm so glad I realized that. So, sorry about that. Good morning, everyone. So, I checked the Jell-O mold at 4.5 hours yesterday. I didn't think it was quite set, so I just went ahead and left it overnight. So this is the moment of truth. We will see what happens. I've placed a towel down because I'm sure I put maybe too much hot water in this and it might overflow onto my cutting board. And we are going to submerge this beautiful thing for 10 seconds. It's supposed to encourage it to release, so 8, 9, 10. Oh man, super nervous, not gonna lie. Luckily, it did not make a mess. Who knew? All right. So, personally, I think it's set up pretty great. Let's try this. See. I know that these ones don't look quite as pretty as the ones that are actual like jello dessert ones, since you know it's got all the cream cheese and stuff. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. It's looking so good. Oh, you guys, no way. Holy smokes. Check this out. This kind of got moved a little bit because remember I forgot to put the pecans in until the last minute. That looks so beautiful. Holy smokes. Okay. Let me see if I got a cracker. They're on my grocery list. Be right back. Okay. Husband ate all the Ritz yesterday with his sardines. So, good old saltine cracker. Let's give this a go. Oh my gosh. And it's totally kind of like jellied. Think potted meat. I mean, like, ooh. Look at that. All right. Super excited here. Not even gonna lie. Oh. That was good. I'm just saying, this is totally going to become a staple in our house for the summer. That is so good. Who knew people like back in the day knew what was up with Jell-O molds? Give it a try. Seriously, it will surprise you. It's fabulous.